Now through trigger, what we are going to do, when I insert any new record into student table, automatically the result will be calculated and that record will be inserted into result table. Okay, so trigger, as you know, it is fired automatically, right? We don't have to call the trigger, and that is the usefulness of trigger. So um, that trigger will be fired when I'm going to insert any new record. Okay, so let us write the trigger which will insert one record into result table when any record is inserted into student table. So we are going to create this trigger, create trigger, trigger name. Let's write trigger name as tr2. Now this trigger should be executed when? After insert or before insert on student? It should be executed after insert on student. So once the data is inserted into student, after that it should insert a new record into result table. Okay, so we have written this clause after insert on student. Fine. Then for each row we are going to declare some variables because we want to calculate the result. Okay, so we need to declare few variables, and as per the requirement we will be declaring the variable. Fine, but before that let's write the logic which we need to execute. Okay, so we have marks of these subjects. Okay, when I'm going to insert record into student table, we'll have marks of these subjects. So with which variable we can refer these marks, new or old? Tell me. I want to do total. I want to do total of subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3 when any new record is inserted in the student table. So tell me, we can refer in this marks using new variable or old variable. Anyone?
But total marks will be a new variable.
No, not total marks. See what we are doing right now. We are right now inserting record into student. We are not inserting into result. So forget about that. Okay. Forget about this table. We are not concerned with this table right now. The trigger is written on what? After insert on student. Okay. So when I am going to insert record into student table, after that this trigger will be executed. So which variable we are supposed to refer from this student table? I want to refer M subject 1, M subject 2 and M subject 3. That is predefined, that I'm going to refer that. Okay, but how we are going to refer it, new or old, using new or old variable? That's what I'm asking. So now tell me. I want to do this. Fine, but we can't do this directly because we are executing trigger. Okay, we don't have cursor or anything, but the values which I'm inserting, that should come here in total. So what I'm asking here, we should write old or new, old dot M subject 1 or new dot subject 1.
New.
New, why new? Reason?
Because we are inserting.
Because insert we use new.
Yeah, we are inserting, so at that time we'll have a new value, right? So we need to write new here. So new dot subject 1, new dot subject 2 marks and new dot subject 3 marks, right? Then so we have done total. Okay, and it is stored into which variable? Variable t. Now we are going to calculate percentage. Okay, and percentage, the formula of percentage would be, we have assumed that marks of all the 3 subjects are out of 50. So out of total 150, whatever total that student has obtained, okay, from that we are going to calculate the percentage. Okay, so what will be the formula for calculating the percentage? out of 150, student is getting T marks because this is total T. Okay. Then out of 100, so we'll have to do this multiplied by T divided by 150. Or you can directly write T multiplied by 1.5. That will also work. So this is percentage. Fine. Let me write comments here. Okay, the next thing is we need to find out the grade and status. So for example, suppose if the percentage, so I'm writing few conditions here, assuming range of percentage. So if P is greater than 80, then let's say grade is equal to A. Okay, so we need one variable. Now this P should be same as this field, okay, because we are going to insert value of percentage. So P should be float and variable G should be character 2. Okay, it should match data type of this field. And then we'll require one variable for status also. So I'm defining that. Okay. So this is my first condition. Then I'm going to check range of percentage, and if it is between 80 and 60, then grade is equal to B. We are not writing more number of conditions. We specify 4 conditions only. So if E less than equal to 60 and P is greater than 40, then grade is equal to C, else grade is equal to F, and if. Okay, so this is the condition to calculate grade. Now the last thing is status. We need to find out the status, pass or fail. Okay, so student, let us assume that the passing criteria is minimum 18 marks out of 50. Okay, so if student is obtaining 18 in all the subjects, only then he'll pass the exam, else he'll fail. So here we need to write if this condition. Okay, if then status is equal to pass, else status is equal to fail. Okay, so this is how we'll calculate all the values. Now after calculation of values, the record should be inserted into table result. Okay, so we need to insert this record into result table, and that is I'm writing insert into result values and then list of values. Okay, now as you know, we are inserting which record? The record of the current student. I mean, whatever record is inserted in student table, we need to take student number from that record and students class code from that record also, right? So suppose I'm inserting record for roll number 101 and class ID SY2, then we have to insert that value. But while we are inserting record, or see at that time, when we are writing the trigger, we don't know which value user is going to enter. So here we can again refer the value using new variable. So whatever value user is inserting into student table for student's ID, that should be written here. So we can write new dot student number, and second field is what here in result table. Okay, so first field is student number, second is class code. So that class code should be similar to class code of student. So we are going to write new dot class code. Okay, so let's say, and after that total, percentage, grade and status value. So that we have calculated and we'll write those values. But here we have to write new dot class code, then we have total, then percentage, then grade, and last is status. Okay, so this is the trigger which will be executed, which will be fired when we are going to insert record into student, but after insertion, okay, not before. Okay, so there is no error, so the trigger has been created. Now I'm inserting one record into result, into student table. So we are going to insert the same record. As you know, in student we have one record, okay, and in result we don't have any records right now. Now what will happen when I'm going to insert record into student table, automatically one record will be inserted into result because our trigger will be fired. Okay, so let me insert one new record. Same record we can insert. Okay, so 1 minute, let me, there is no primary key, so it will get inserted. So it is showing one record inserted into student table. Let's see which are the records into student. So there are two records, right? We have inserted that record first. Now there should be one record into result table. Okay, so as you can see, this is calculated automatically. Fine. And roll number 1, SY1 is inserted into result along with her total marks, percentage, grade